I am gonna do a little interview with this lady that from St. Thomas Mango Road district that live St. Thomas for many years. And she will probably tell you as she go ahead how long she leave Jamaica. So Minnie, otherwise known as
Daisy.
So Daisy, there are a couple of questions I want to ask you. And I'm gonna take you way back, places where I only hear of and know of, like names. Now, my family background is coming from the Kelly and from the Muir. Now, what I want to know, what you know about the Kelly and the Muir family way back in the 50s, 60s.
Yes, this is really a pleasure. Really a pleasure for me to recall the history of the Muir and the Kelly family, because I am one of the Kelly family. I'm from the Kelly family. My mother is Kelly. My grandfather, my grandmother, my uncle, aunties, they are all Kelly, from the Kelly side. Now, my grandfather, as far as I can remember and know from what the family told me, my grandfather is one of the brother. There was another brother whose name was James Kelly. My grandfather, by the way, was Alexander. So that's Alexander. And then another brother, James Kelly. And then another brother, Uriah Kelly. And then another brother, Henry Kelly. So as far as I know, these are the four brothers.
Did you know them?
I only know Henry Kelly and my grandfather. I didn't know James Kelly because he passed away. I'm not sure what age I was or if I was born then, but James Kelly married to Rebecca, which come afterward Rebecca Clark.
Okay, so we're talking about the Kelly.
Yes, so Alexander Kelly was my grandfather, married to Rodina. And James Kelly married to Rebecca. And from James Kelly, he had children with Rebecca. One of the children was Mamselle, which is our cousin Mamselle.
Yes.
Yeah. The other one was Bernetta, which married to Albert Dixon at Bethel.
Yes.
The other daughter is Anne Frances.
Yes.
Married to
Uncle John, yeah.
Yes. And she had another daughter that died, but so far it was just three daughters, Mamselle, Bernetta, and Frances.
And who was the mother for them?
Rebecca. Miss Beck.
Oh, yes. Me know Miss Beck. Yes, I know Miss Beck.
She later married, after Uncle James died, she later married to Mr. Clark.
Right.
So afterwards she became Mother Clark. Yeah, afterward. But I didn't know Uncle James.
Right.
Then the other brother, which is Uriah Kelly, his children is Hilton Kelly.
Yeah, I know Hilton.
Another one, Busher Kelly, was in Wolverhampton, Birmingham. He died up here. Those are the two boys so far that I know. And the girls was Vi, Imogen, and but Uriah had children as well. So Uriah, Alexander, and James. Now Henry Kelly was the older brother, so they call him Bra, brother, for short. I know one of Bra's daughter, with Alberta, and she used to live in Rosyth, down at Rosyth, as far as I know, because we used to visit the family there. But when I met Auntie and hear Auntie's story, Auntie knew Bra's wife and all the children, but then because she was much older than me, but I didn't know them.
So, Kristen, was the Kelly and the Muir connected in any way?
I don't think so, because the Muir come into it is because of Uncle Johnny, married to Auntie Margaret, which is my grandfather's sister. So I don't know any more of the Muir family apart from Uncle Johnny. So I don't know who Uncle Johnny related to otherwise.
Yeah.
But as far as I hear afterward is that all these people, the family members, was living up Mount Vernon.
Yeah, but the question I want to get into is that my mother was related to the Kelly.
Because her mother is Kelly.
My mother,
Mother is Kelly. This is Auntie Margaret.
she was Kelly.
Yes.
Oh, right,
Yes.
right.
Remember,
So she was Kelly. She was Kelly before she get
Married
from
to
Muir.
Muir. I didn't come to the sisters. I
Right,
told you about
right,
the brothers.
right.
I told you about the brothers.
Yes.
The sisters was Margaret, Hannah, and Auntie Sagali. As far as I know. So those are 3 girls.
Right.
Yes?
Right.
No, Margaret children are Aunt Cass, Cousin Ida, Cousin Cleo, Uncle Bookkeeper, Papi, Uncle Wilburn, and them. Yes? Auntie Hannah children, she only have 2 daughters as far as I know. 2 daughters. One of the daughter is Virginia and one is Clementina. Yeah? Virginia married to William Henry. Yes?
And who is William Henry?
Is William Henry was Auntie Anna's son-in-law. William Henry children is Papa, Boise, Hedy, Sister Lovey, Girly. Son died. Yeah? So William Henry married to Auntie Hannah daughter. Auntie Hannah daughter, which was Virginia. So that's the same place you're talking about beside Mass Ivan there.
Yes.
Where
yeah.
Hedy live.
Yes.
Where Hedy live.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
the family home.
Right.
Where Papa live, all of that. Where Sister Lovey live, all that is the family home. That's the Henry land. Yes?
Yes.
So as far as it is, the family always connect. As we say, from the time you leave Bethel going up, everybody in those days, not now. In those days, everybody was family. Was family. Yes? So when you leave Cousin Mamselle house there and come up, then the other land that you meet would be the Henry, which come from Auntie Anna's side. You see? Come right up. So the other sister from Margaret, Hannah, was Sagali. Sagali children is Frankie, yeah? Another boy named Philip, yeah? And the daughters was, I was telling you, was Stella, married to Septi Cummins, was Aunt Sahem, Emily, married to Altie Dixon, lived on a Duckworth.
Wow.
Duckworth, yeah, Sahem. So that's, and there was other sister from Sagali children named Susan, and Elsie, but they moved from Mangoro and go to live in Kingston. Yeah, Sagali children. So Frankie come from the Kelly family.
Right.
Because Sagali, Margaret, and Hannah, them are the 3 sisters from the Kellys.
Who said was Frankie father?
I didn't know Frankie father.
Oh, right,
That
okay.
would be Sagali husband.
Right.
I didn't know him.
Right.
But I know Sagali. I know Frankie mother.
But not
And the
father.
children there, but not the father.
Right.
So that was Castle. She married Castle.
Castle, yes.
I didn't know as Frankie. Cousin Frankie.
So let me ask you a question. Sister Lee,
Sally.
who used to live up on Mount Vernon,
Yes.
down by past Rock go down.
Yes, before Frankie. they
Who
lived
is
there.
Sister Lee parents?
No, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know that neither.
Because when Sally was a woman like in her 60s,
When you know her.
when I was a child.
Right.
Would be in her 60s when I was a child. But it's a house I used to go to frequent. Because everybody who live up Mount Vernon there was family, and we go in each other house, each other yard, and associate like that.
Because in those days, Upper Mount Vernon there was a big district.
Yes, definitely.
Because as far as I can remember coming up as a child, Miss Hugh Charrington them used to live up there.
Yes.
Then Kenneth Dixon
Yes.
used to live up there. Then Miss Gwen Pattison them used to live up there.
Yes.
Uncle Bookkeeper
Yes.
used to live up there. Then you have Sister Lee. I'd never know them time there, but when them live there, then you come further up, you have Miss Edna.
Yes.
Then from Miss Edna, you have the castle. Then come further up, you have Miss Carol them,
With Lenny.
Lenny,
Yes.
and then some other Jimmy them was living on the other side, big
And
side.
the Auntie Byrne and
Auntie
Brother Rob.
Byrne, yeah.
And Brother Rob.
But by then Miss Ben then did move from down there and come up a top there and live to cross from Auntie Byrne them.
Right.
So this cross road now, how to you know,
Yes.
when I have sense I can know a whole shop in that crossroad.
Yes, that's where the shop was.
Yeah.
Mount Vernon
So
shop.
I don't know much about those because when I grew up, them kind of gone. It's the last part of that shop I can come meet there because it was broken down.
Yes.
So you can tell me more about like Nana Dar, who Nana Dar was related to.
Surprisingly, Nana, it was like after in late life, when I become older, I get even to know that Nana and Miss Ruby Watson was two sisters.
Okay.
Because I didn't know. Yeah? Yet still they only live a couple door because after you pass Miss Ruby house, the next house would be the shop you're speaking about that mashed down. And after the shop would be Nana house.
Yes, yes.
At that same side of the road. But yet all this time I didn't know that they were sisters.
Okay.
So Miss Ruby married to Watson, Willie Watson. Yes? Miss Ruby children are Keith, Ernest, Miss Nan, we forget them, dead name, and so. But Miss Ruby Watson and Nana is two sisters. Nana children is Brother Sonny, Brother Lenny, Brother B, but he was in England here, so you wouldn't have that Brother B, him, Aunt Sis,
Yep.
Aunt Mel, all those is Nana children.
Yeah, okay.
All those is Nana children. Yeah? So Nana never moved. She still lived at Mount Vernon. She was still living up there, even when I left. But Miss Ruby leave from Mount Vernon and go to buy land up a pond road and build up a house up a pond. So they moved from Mount Vernon. But Miss Ben is Nana daughter as well, you know.
Okay.
Although Miss Ben is dark, because Mas Ben, Nana husband was a dark, Benjamin Edward was a dark skinned man. And Nana have high color. So some of the children dark, and some, because you see Brother Sonny have high color.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Brother Lenny is dark. Miss Ben is dark. Yeah, even one was up here near Ken, and there was two of them, Nana children was up here. Even Aunt Mel, not so dark, and Sis again, all those is Nana children.
Okay.
You see? So that's how the family connection is. And all those people, they were all living in Mount Vernon. It's only after a while they move out to Mangoro, including my grandparents. Yes? And even your grandfather and grandmother, they moved to Mangoro. But all of them was up in Mount Vernon. But I don't really know exactly where about. But Auntie know, because Auntie told us, because she was living up there. That's where she born. She born up there. So she know everybody just the same way.
So Aunt Lou,
Yes.
which is your mother,
Yes.
and Kelly, they were brother and sister?
Yes, because my mother is Kelly.
Right.
Uncle Kelly. My mother is the second to the last child of Alexander Kelly. The second to the last one. The last one, follow my mother, is Cherry mother, named Teresa Kelly. Yeah? So you have Teresa Kelly and Louise Kelly, and you have Lee Ferd, Uncle Ferdy, and then Naaman, that was here, and Joseph, which is Buster father. Yes? And the girls, other girl is Auntie Muriel down at Richmond, which is Donovan mother.
Yes. I remember her, yeah.
And Sister Laura. And Sister Laura.
Yeah, I remember Sister Laura.
Right. So those are the Kelly children. Those are the Kelly children. Yeah? So as it is, all my auntie and uncle them, and your auntie and uncle them, they are cousin, because them is brother and sister children. Okay. Alexander and Margaret. Alexander and Margaret is brother and sister.
Right. So
Alexander and Margaret is brother and sister.
So my grandmother, which is my mother,
yes,
she was Kelly,
yes,
before she married me.
Because my grandfather's sister.
And that's where my mother comes into the Kelly family.
Right, yes. Our mother is Kelly.
Right.
But because our father is Muir, then she would be Virus Muir.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
So this is the family connection, and it seems like since as one member of the family moved from Mount Vernon, everybody come out to Mangoro.
Come down to Mangoro.
Everybody come to Mangoro. Because where your mother house is right now, yeah, where you grow up there, yeah, from there, so because that line is with Mass Jerry Blake line.
Yes.
Right? So from that house your mother placed there, go right down to Tank, belongs to the Kelly.
Yes, because
Yeah?
that piece of land where we live on, it's just a little strip of land like this cut off on the top of it.
Because that little piece that belongs to Sister Gally. And after Sister Gally dead, well, she give it to Frankie. She give it to Frankie, that little strip. So because remember she's Kelly too, you know. And my grandfather is Kelly too, you know. So that little strip belongs to Sister Gally. And then Alexander have the rest of it. And when you go further down a Tank, where you see the tomb them there as you turn the corner to go down a Tank, that was for Uriah. That is Hilton them father. They used to live there, sir.
That's where Uncle Wilburn.
Wilburn they live.
Yes.
You remember when Uncle Wilburn lived
We never
there?
know when he
No.
lived there, but we know the grave them down there. We know house was there, but we never
Uncle
know when
Wilburn.
anybody lived there.
That's where George Barn and Amos
Yeah, 'cause we
and Abraham
we used
them
to
born there.
frighten when we got this enough water down a
Yes,
tank.
yeah.
And we have to pass in grave that's
Yes.
picnic. We used to frighten to
Yes.
go down there.
The tomb them is there.
Yes.
So that is Uncle Uriah, that's your granduncle, Auntie Margaret brother. Auntie Margaret brother and his wife. Wife was I forget what my grandmother says her name was, yeah. And I don't know who other member of the family buried there.
Yeah.
So that's Kelly. Them is Kelly.
If I'm not mistaken, I think about 3 or 4 tomb
Tomb
down
is there.
Yeah.
So Uncle Uriah and his wife, yeah, and I don't know who else family member buried there. And then Uncle Wilburn, remember say Uncle Wilburn come from the Kelly too, from his mother.
Yes.
So Uncle Wilburn was living there because we used to go down there, we go for water, we stay in the house, we play Miss Love, look after us, Abraham, we grow up together. And then after you leave Uncle Wilburn and come up little more, then that was
Henry,
Papa.
the
All
Henry
right.
them, yeah.
And remember, that's Auntie Anna's grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's Auntie Anna who is Kelly again. Your grandmother's sister, grandson, Papa live there. Right? And when you leave, come up little more boys, see?
That was
There you go.
Must fed it.
There you go. There you go.
Dandy them live there, so.
Before you come up to Marsfed.
Didn't
Diego
Okay.
was living beside Papa there.
Okay.
Diego was still there. You don't remember when you go into water. After you leave Dandy,
Yeah,
the
one
next
little
house
one
was
little house.
Diego.
Yeah.
That is Auntie Anna's
Yeah,
son.
I remember that spot.
Diego. Because Papa lived there and go build the house on his father land front of Chinese bull shop. That's how Papa and Miss Larry them get to live there, so. Because that's Mas Willie Henry land there, so. Yeah, Auntie Anna. That's part of Auntie Anna land.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the family. This is the family history.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
this is family history.
So now we grew up now, and as the
almost next
what you
generation.
call us now, the third generation.
Definitely.
The third generation.
Definitely.
So
Right, Auntie Margaret. And then from Auntie Margaret children, cousin Ida, cousin Cleo them, which is the first. First, yeah. Then we next from Aunt Lou and various children.
Yeah,
we are the
yeah.
third. And then the other one, them. So we come down to how many generations?
like the 4th and 5th generation.
Definitely.
Whoa.
And we don't know each other.
This is the problem, and that's why I'm trying to do this
We
type
don't
of
know
video.
each other.
That's why I'm trying to do this type of video, because for me and my children and you and your children, we don't know them one another. And I say this every day. I said I pray to God that one of my child never meet up with. And the reason why I'm saying these things, I hear about a lady who would have a boy in Jamaica. And I talk about this a few times. A lady that have a boy in Jamaica, and she was living in Bull Bay. She have this one son, and she leave the son with somebody in Jamaica, in Bull Bay, and went to America. But look like when she got to America, she never keep in touch with the son or the person who she leave the son with. So this boy grew up. She must have this boy at a young age. I don't know. Because the way this story happened, whether it's a story or somebody just make it up or something, but this is how me hear it. The boy, somebody come from America and went to Jamaica and see the little boy and like him and give him a chance to go to America. Right. So when he reached America, he went to a club And at the night he was at this club and he meet this lady at the club and whatever happened at the club, but he went to the woman's house after the club. And when they go to the house, they sit there and they was talking and the lady asked him, where in Jamaica you're from? And he said, Bull Bay. And he said, who's your relative in Bull Bay? And he said, my relative is Minnie. And he goes, Minnie is a relative. And the conversation go deeper and only to realize that this boy was the son that she live in Jamaica. But God was so good. I must use this word again. God was so good that they never slept together. Otherwise, she would have ended up sleeping with her own son. You know, and I said these things slightly, but, you know, we need to keep in touch with our family and let our family know them one another.
But you know the main reason why we don't know our family is because of the immigration. Because we traveled.
Yes.
Because we traveled. Yes? And we traveled worldwide. America, England, different country. Because when we were growing up, this is how I'm able to tell you how and who the family was.
Yes.
Because we didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere. We know Jamaica have 14 parishes. Yeah? We never leave St. Thomas go anywhere.
No, when it was growing
never.
No, just Kingston.
When I go back to Jamaica now and find out how many people leave from Mangaroo, Cedar Valley, St. Thomas, and live in St. Catherine, I want to know how they manage find from St. Thomas to St. Catherine like that. Because we didn't travel to anywhere else. So it's because of this migration why we don't know our family now. And the next thing is that most of the people them who the older generation who would be able to give you information, they're past.
Right. Because
our auntie there's the last one.
Yeah.
There's nobody else now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm telling you right now, the only person who will remember some things from the family, it will be only me and Rose, your cousin Rose out there. And I don't know how much Rose would remember. Only me and Rose and maybe Marge.
Yeah.
Only the three of us.
Because if you was to go back now and you look now and it's all right, the way we branch out and have children, your husband now is from a different country.
So you don't know.
So he don't know.
No, the history of the family.
History. So for your children now to grow up and to know for them real history, they would have to go back from your side and from their father's side.
They are excited now to hear from me.
Yeah.
And every time they keep asking me, the other day my granddaughter come here and she asking me about life and what it was and so, because they are excited to hear about the family history and life because they don't know.
Okay.
Because especially they born here.
Right.
If they did born out there, like me and you, then they would know, but they would know families. You see.
All right, the lifestyle now, growing up as a child in Jamaica. Tell me what life was like for you, because you was older than me. So tell me what life was like. What year were you born?
1940.
In the 40. I'm in the 50s.
Right.
So what life was
big
like?
Difference.
Big difference. What life was like for you in the 40s when you were born?
It was, we have a happy time, happy childhood, but was poor. Poor. Didn't have much, hardly have nothing. I go to my bed. Even last night, I went to my bed and I was thinking, if I tell my children this, they would be fascinated and so. Yes, whenever anyone of the family or anybody was sick when I was growing up, sick, like have fever, have headache and so, there was nothing named tablet to take to ease that pain. The family would go into the bush, into the field, pick this bush and come, boil it up together, right? They give you some to drink. And they use the rest to bath you in, to bathe you. This was the way of getting over certain illness. You hear? Whether it's fever, headache or what. Even after they bath you and they give you some to drink, they would go and pick the cedar wood. I don't know if you remember this. They pick the leaf from the cedar tree and they come and they spread it in the bed. They spread it all over the bed.
I never know that one.
Yeah, spread it all over the bed. And they put you to lie down and you go to sleep and you cover up. And when you wake up, you sweat.
The fever gone.
You sweat and all them green leaf that you lie down and become crisp. that was the form of medication when I was growing up, if you become sick. Yes? So that is part of it. So regarding the memory of growing up, we grow up around the families. We never isolated because it doesn't matter if it's Mount Vernon or Mangoro or Maley. No, I'm telling you because you know some of the distances where our relative live. We would travel by foot. By foot, not even a proper road, track where you fall down and you bruise and you get up and you gone to visit.
So I know you wasn't living in Mangoro.
Yes, it's Mangoro. I live most of the time.
Where in Mangoro were you living?
Right a yard where you walk through to go for water.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I born in Mangoro there, but I believe what they say. My grandfather's house was where Uncle Ferdy's house was at the time.
Right.
So that's where the house was. And the Aunt Lou would be a young girl. So that's where I born.
Right.
And then afterward they moved around. They saw
Aunt Lou and build that house.
And build that house. Room and hall.
Right.
Room and hall. My grandfather, I was thinking I can't remember when he died, but I know when he died, but I can't remember. So they build room and hall there. And then because it's 11 children they had.
Wow.
11. Three died at a young age. Yes, because Uncle Neyman always talk about how his little brother may die when they get taken with belly ache and vomiting and no medication in those days. And how they suffer until they die. So 3 of them died at a young age. But all of them were living right there in a yard there.
Next question. When you was growing up as a child and somebody died in the district, did anybody take them to a dead house?
No, there was no dead house. Yes, there was dead house, but that would be in Kingston. Remember, where we live there, from Cedar Valley to Kingston is 26 miles. And the surrounding area, 26 miles to Kingston. Maybe they did have dead house in Morant Bay. Maybe. But that would be at the hospital. At the hospital. Because Morant Bay, you know the journey from Mangoro, Cedar Valley to Morant Bay. It's a long way.
Yeah.
And that's where the hospital is.
Yeah.
So imagine you take sick up a Mangoro, Mount Vernon, Maley, Halbin, Wilson Gap. It's Hungle, Morant Bay Hospital. It's a long way. So this is the history of the death because people die every day. If the person died this morning, today is Saturday, this morning, the person have to be buried tomorrow Sunday morning. It doesn't matter if it's the Sabbath day or which day, the person have to bury tomorrow morning because the person died today on the bed inside the house, one room, the body stayed there. Yes,
on that one bed.
On that one bed. So that means there was no way for us to sleep tonight. Nobody would hardly be sleeping because all the family members would be coming and joining and nobody would be sleeping. And right tonight, from today, the coffin would have been started to make. Wherever the board is, who have a piece of board, who have little lumber, it come together and the few who is carpenter come and that coffin start to make. Same today. And it finish him tonight. And then if it finish in time, then the body would be put in there tonight and stay overnight because the funeral have to be tomorrow morning because there was no mortuary for anybody to go to.
So where did death certificate come from then? Because I thought you have to get death certificate before you bury the body.
I see that valley from the post office. From the post office, the courthouse out there is there. Because I could tell you one instance. And the doctor, you have to get a doctor to come and certify the dead.
Right.
Yes, in order to get. I am not sure if it's the doctor did have the paper with him that write it up.
Right.
I'm not sure. But you have to have a doctor to certify the death.
Right.
Or whatever the death is.
So
and even in then time, I didn't even know of any postmortem. No. The doctor just give a reason why the person dead.
So once the person died and the doctor come and see you, the doctor just said the person dead.
Because I remember the person have to bury tomorrow morning. I can't remember any occasion where a person died this morning and the funeral was delayed because that always certified already so that the person give approval for the person to bury. One incident, when Aunt Utah died, is Aunt Utah? Yes. My Aunt Utah, Cherry mother, she died at home because everybody died at home, in your house, in your bed.
Yeah.
When she was going to bury, some news could go get to the authority that she wasn't, that a doctor didn't certify her death. So they were on the way marching to go to the cemetery to bury her. When the official from out they come and want to stop the funeral
Okay.
because the doctor didn't certify that she was dead.
Right.
So with some argument with my grandmother and them to certify that yes, it was certified, then they were allowed to carry on to go bury. Otherwise, that would be a scenario because I don't know if any occasion where a funeral have to stop because the doctor didn't certify the death of the person.
Right.
So there was no martyr. There was no martyr for us.
The reason why I asked you this question is because I am aware of some of these things
Yes.
when I was growing up in the 50s.
Yes.
Because I know in the 50s, when somebody died,
Yes.
they lie down on the bed. And while they die, because I remember Mass Perry and Mass Man and them, they used to come down with them board. And the whole night, they will set up
All
right through the night and
Right.
build coffin.
So we confirming this.
And the next day,
Yes.
confirming this,
Yes.
the next day, because if they die tonight,
Yes.
the same night, people are
All
running up
night.
and down
Yes, yes.
all night.
Definitely.
So by the next day,
Day.
them is there
Yes.
making, digging grave
Them digging the grave.
and making coffin.
Yes.
And all the board them come on, and in that one day they will dig the grave, they will make the coffin,
Definitely.
and the next day they will bury.
Definitely. We confirm it.
So we confirm that
This
one.
is that's how the life used to be.
Yes, we confirm that one.
Yes, that's how the life used to be.
So the next question I'm gonna ask you: in your days, when a young lady, have a baby, how long did a young lady stay in the house before she allowed to come outside after she have baby?
I think it's either 2 or 3 weeks,
2 or 3 weeks.
Because you're not allowed to come outside.
Right.
People come and visit you, they have to come at the door and you have to stay inside because you have to bend up. They band you up, bend up your belly tight and you're inside. And if you do go out, and remember, home is a hot country. Where sun hot like what? And if you do go out after a few days after, and if any little rain start to fall, you have to run back inside because if the rain wet you will catch cold. Yes, you will catch cold. So that was all of that was part of the life and bringing up. Yeah, that was the life.
So a young lady will have baby and she will sit in that house for 3 weeks and people will bring food and everything.
Sometimes so much food because all the family, friends, neighbor, they're cooking and bring because what they say, the baby come out and there's a big hole in you and it need to be filled for you to get back strength. So they will bring it come.
It's so funny. Carry on.
Another thing with death, because I remember this, my uncle brother that was along with Miss Mavis, they didn't marry. Miss Mavis have about 2 babies that dead, born stillbirth. The baby born dead. And there was no doctor certify anything. They just go and bury the baby. They just go and bury the baby. The baby very right beside your mother's house there. And the family plot.
So that child existed in the world then?
No.
So there's no history of that child that this woman was pregnant carrying a child and the child?
No. I was right there even one time. It was raining so much. But then the baby born and it dead. They can't keep it. Remember Uncle Brother them, the little box them put it in and wrap it up, run through the rain to bury right over there beside your mother's house, your family place there, and bury the baby there.
That coming like you have a cow and the cow born a calf and the calf they just dig a hole and bury it.
I think they only register live birth.
Live birth. Okay.
Yeah, woman have a baby
and the baby
they just bury nothing didn't register.
Whoa.
Nothing didn't register.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
So there's no history of that after.
So now, what I look back on now, a woman have baby in a hospital now, in England here. I'm talking about in England what I see.
Yeah.
3 o'clock this evening,
they come out.
and by 11 o'clock, or even before 11 o'clock, that person walking down the hospital corridor and gone home.
I don't know because I don't know. Time change. Well, maybe it's like in our era of time, they were protecting you. And mind you, I believe all that history they came from the old generation. Right? Auntie Margaret grandmother, Auntie Margaret great grandmother. Because your auntie, Cousin Cleo, Cousin Haida, them always say to me, how much I remind them of Mother Kelly. Mother Kelly is your grandmother, mother. Their mother. But I didn't know her.
Yeah.
But they say she was a short lady. And when they coming down the road and see me in the yard, I remind them of Mother Kelly. But I didn't know Mother Kelly. That's your grandmother, mother.
All right. There's a lady that I hear of. No, not hear of. I met her. I met this lady in person. I don't know if you know this lady. There's a lady named Miss Giata. And this lady used to live when you come from Miss Beck grade, coming to her sister Haida.
Yeah.
There's a Percal road that gone down there. That bring you out down a Duckworth.
Duckworth, yes.
There was a lady used to live way down that road near Miss Giata.
You talk about that lady before I can remember. But that's down that road, Han Stella, them used to live, you know. Stella that married to Septi Cummins.
Yeah.
I think after they did move from down there.
Yeah.
But I can't remember miss that lady. But I would have known her.
This was far down. This almost going down towards Duckworth.
Yeah. I would have known her still.
But it's down there.
I would have known her because we walked through that shortcut.
And we used to go down to her house. And then I remember after my grandparents died, she then bring her up. And she was living in my grandmother and grandfather's house.
Oh, up there?
Yes.
But so that means it's a family. That means she must be a family member.
That's why I am trying to find out who this lady related to, who she connected to. But her name was Miss Giata. I can remember her good. We used to go down to her house and she used to raise a lot of guinea pigs.
Now, you see, people like Al Rose and Gibbsy them would remember being I left there so long. But then no. Rose wouldn't remember a lot of things. I don't think Rose would remember a lot of things now. Lynn is younger. Lynn wouldn't remember so much, and Lynn come away to England even before me. I come 62. I think Lynn must have come about 61. Lynn come up before me. But it's Rose, as I said, anybody could give you some information now at the moment.
Yes, so my viewers, if you're watching this video and you come from St. Thomas, Mangaroo District, and you aware of this lady that was lived between Mangaroo and Duckworth by the name of Miss Giata. She lived where she used to live at a later days and was living in Uncle Johnny and Auntie Margaret house before she passed away. Miss Giata. So if anybody know of this lady, type it in the comment section and let me know. Because, you know, we're doing a little family history and if there's anything that we don't mention in this and you have something that you want to share, put it in the comment section and we can either meet up, talk about it, or we can just type one another and let us know. So we're looking for information.
Yes. Another question. I am speaking of other members of our family that come down from the Kelly. Now, Aunt Stella that married to Septi Cummins had children. Some of Aunt Stella's children is in Birmingham or Wolverhampton, somewhere up there. Yes? The older one was Lynn. And Lynn passed away must be 2 or 3 years ago. But Lynn have children up there. Now they are our family.
In Wolverhampton?
Yes, Wolverhampton or Birmingham up there. They are our family. Yes? So it would be interesting for any of the Cummins children to get in touch with us because we are family. Yes? Those are Sagali grandchildren and great-grandchildren them.
Right.
And Sagali is from the Kelly. Yes? So, again, it would be interesting to find out and to get in touch with wider members of the family who has, scattered all over.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be interesting.
Yeah, so basically, if you have any connection with the Kellys or the Muir, the Kelly or the Muir, get in touch.
It would be interesting.
Get in touch.
It would be interesting. So sadly.
Yeah. So for me personally, I'm from the Kelly, the Muir, and the Bentley. So
interesting.
We want the family to get into it because I have my children them, and I have children right now in America. I have children in England. I have children in Jamaica, and my children don't know a lot of the family in here. Even in England here right now as I'm talking, I have family from the Bentley side of family that I've never met, I've never speak to, right in England here, and I'm living here. I have children live here, and my children don't meet them, don't know them, and we are Bentley.
Right.
So
So
let's keep in touch.
anybody from the Kelly family, the Dixon family, the Cummins, and the Dixon, yes, because Sagali children, them which is Stella, had married Cummins, and Emily, who married Dixon. Emily, I met one of Emily's son here, who is Rodolph Dixon.
Okay.
And he live in London, but no connection. So Rodolph, if you happen to see this, it will be nice to get in touch with you. Yes?
And he live in London here.
He live in London.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the Edwards again, which is Sam, that is Brother Walter Edward.
Yeah.
Children, because I didn't mention one of Sagali daughter was Matilda, yeah, one of Sagali daughter, and Matilda married to Walter Edward, who is Sonny Papa's son, and Sonny boy them mother, yeah. So all those, we are families. Although she married to Edward, but she came from the Kelly side because it's Sagali daughter, Matilda, but she died, as Auntie told us, maybe you didn't remember, she died in childbirth, and left them children. So Papa's son was older. Sonny boy still out there cultivating coffee from Mango. He live in Harborview, but he's cultivating coffee. And after Matilda passed away, some of the children, they were young. So Brother Wall grew up some, and some went to Kingston to live in Kingston. So our family is wide, a lot, and they spread out. But at the moment is to locate them where they are.
And as I said, we done a video before with Mother Mac. That video is also on the channel. So if you never see this video and you want more information what passed and gone already, go and look up for the video with Mother Mac. So I think I titled it as the 85-year-old lady, Mother Mac. 95, something 95. Like that. Yeah, I think something with it titled.
95.
Yeah. 95. So that video have a lot of information in it as well. So yeah, let's share. You know. And as I said, thank you very much if you watch this video to the end and you have any information, don't leave unless you put something in the comment section and let us get in touch. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much for
nice one.
Be with us. Okay. God bless. We'll catch up.
Thank you.